George Bellecci here with Zach Cox, an SM Patriots beat reporter. The Pats preparing on a short week to head to Pittsburgh to take on the Steelers. And Zach, it looks like for a second straight week, it'll be Bailey Zappe starting at quarterback. Spoke at the podium today by all intents and purposes. That means starting quarterback, and he essentially confirmed it with us as well when answering questions.
Yeah, nice to have a little bit of clarity on that this week. It's not going to be a situation where it gets down to game day and you still aren't totally sure who's going to start at quarterback. Bailey Zappe said that Bill Belichick has essentially told him that he is going to start. He said he didn't want to make any announcements. He'll wait for Bill to do that, but it's going to be Bailey Zappe out there on Thursday night. Bailey Zappe against Mitch Trubisky. It's going to be a marquee matchup. I believe the over-under right now is all the way down to 30. You probably won't get a lot of points from either team in this game, but Bailey Zappe will be looking to build a little bit of momentum from his first start. I thought he was really shaky in the first half in that Chargers game, but did make some plays after halftime. I would say probably is on an upward trajectory based on what we saw in that last game. But again, that's a pretty low bar because the Patriots still did not score any points in that Chargers loss.
Yeah, certainly showing poise and composure when it came to him in the pocket.
Yeah, some mobility as well, yeah.
Has to clean up those 5 sacks, though.
Yes.
Hold on to the ball way too long, especially as he takes on T.J. Watt. But of notice, too, I asked David Andrews as well, what's it like to have the same voice leading the team as preparation throughout the entire week? And he kind of said, as we heard from the rest of the players, it's not about Bailey. He's like, it's about all 11 guys preparing, getting ready to play, getting ready to step up. But for Bailey Zappe, second straight start, Pop Douglas still not at practice today. No matter who's at quarterback for the Pats, the wide receiver room, thin, weak, and not good on the field, it's looking like.
Yeah, it's looking like the Patriots won't have their top 2 offensive weapons in this game. Rondre Stevenson is not going to play with the ankle sprain. And Demario Douglas, still a chance that he could come off concussion protocol before this game, but he did not practice today. It's very rare for a player, even on a short week, to play when he does not practice. So it's looking likely that he is going to miss his second straight game. He's by far the Patriots' best pass catcher at this point with Kendrick Bourne on injured reserve. You saw some good things from Devontae Parker in this last game. He was head and shoulders above whatever else the Patriots had at receiver in that game, but Juju Smith-Schuster has been a mess all season. Tyquan Thornton played over 50 snaps last game, only targeted once, and he dropped that target. Did have the 39-yard run on the end around, so there was a little bit of positive there, but he really hasn't given the Patriots much of anything since he was drafted in the second round last year. Jalen Reagor also got back into the lineup, only 1 catch. So this Patriots receiving core it's the worst in the NFL at the moment. And when you have the worst receiving core in the NFL and the best receiver in that receiving core is not playing, it's a pretty tough situation for any quarterback.
And you mentioned it to open up with as well. News coming out today, Rhamondre Stevenson, the team's RB1. High ankle sprain he suffered against the Chargers. Possibly we could see him done for the remainder of the season. No new faces at practice today. JaMycal Hasty out there, Kevin Harris, Ty Montgomery, Zeke Elliott, who should be RB1. Good sign for Zeke, I guess. He had 17 carries in the loss, but not a lot of depth behind him. That, to me, is the worry with this team. If Zeke goes down or he needs a breather, I don't have faith in who could back him up. And the best thing this offense has done the last 5 weeks is run the ball.
Yeah, if you look at the stats, the Patriots, even though they haven't done much well offensively all season, if you go back to Week 7, that Buffalo game, since then they are 3rd in the NFL in expected points added per rushing attempt. Only Detroit and Baltimore are better than them. So that is something that the Patriots have been able to kind of hang their hat on in the last couple of weeks. And this injury is it's really poor timing for Rhamondre Stevenson because he was really starting to look like the Rhamondre Stevenson we saw last season. It seems like he got off to a little bit of a slow start this season, wasn't especially productive in the first 5-6 weeks, but even in the first quarter of that Chargers game, he was running really well. He looked like he was on pace for one of his best games of the year. Then has the ankle injury, and as you mentioned, we might not see him again this season. We've seen some good things from Ezekiel Elliott this season. It's certainly the smallest role that he's played in his NFL career as the clear number 2 behind Stevenson. He'll now get a chance to be that lead back like he was in Dallas for so long. I would imagine he'll see the vast majority of carries in this game for the Patriots, but they do need something behind him. It's been Ty Montgomery all season. He's hardly touched the ball on offense. You'll probably see JaMycal Hasty get in this game for the first time for the Patriots. He's been a healthy scratch in the 2 weeks since he signed. They also have Kevin Harris on the practice squad who saw a little bit of game action last season. Nothing so far this year, 6th round pick last season. But yeah, as you mentioned, not a ton of depth there. So I think Zeke is going to have to expect to have a very large workload both this week and moving forward for the rest of the year.
You mentioned the over-under for this game, 30.5 right now. Whatever the over-under is for Zeke on rushing attempts, I'll take the over and 8. He's going to have to touch the ball a lot. I'll end it with this one on you. Give me a final score guess before you head out to Pittsburgh on Thursday.
I say the Patriots get above 10 points in this game for the first time in weeks, but they lose 13-12. It's going to be an ugly game like that. It's going to be a weird score. I think a lot of people on Thursday night are going to have this game either muted or turned off completely by halftime, but it is the only NFL game on that night, so people still will watch. But yeah, expecting another ugly night of football for the Patriots.
I'm with you on that. I saw the under in this game. I'm going more 13-10. I'm going a little more traditional. I like you going outside of the box. We have them both getting 10.
Yeah.
That's a huge improvement compared to the last 3 games.
I mean, that is significantly more points than they've scored in the last month or so. If they can get 13 points in this game, that equals their total from the last 3 games combined.
The excitement we have for 13 possible points just shows how low it is for this team. But as always, best coverage you could get in New England. Keep it locked on with Zach Cox and Dakota Randall. NESN.com, NESN YouTube, NESN 360. Thank you so much for watching. Keep you locked in all throughout game day and all throughout the season. PNC Bank, helping to make banking easier.